may be. I'ma put you up on the schedule. 6 to 9, 8 weekdays, not too serious. We got a lot to talk about, so much to pedal through. Unapologetically progressive. Tune to KBLA 1580 to get the mess. We're your ancestors' favorite radio station. First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DiPrima go way back. Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the movement. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DiPrima. Go sis. First things first.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning and God bless. I'm Dominique DiPrima. The show right here is called First Things First, and my very first thing every single day, giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from the Most High, asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders, and let's go. Another week. Let's do this. Happy summertime. Happy August. Leo season, all that good stuff. The way we do things on a Monday around here. Hour 1, we look local. What's going on the left coast side of town. Hour 2, we go national, international, and beyond. We start out our hour with Mindful Monday, where Sahara Ali helps us center and get ourselves intentional and ready for the week ahead. And then hour 3, we do a deep dive with a person of interest, a hot topic, that kind of thing. It's the third Monday of the month, so it's Messy Monday. We'll be joined by Isha Frey to talk about her relationship rules and foibles and such, and you're invited in always to share yours. I'm still working on getting Miles in for Messy Monday, but I don't know how much he wants to put all his business out there in the streets, but we're going to try. We're working on it.
I'm here. Let's do it.
You're down for it? Okay, well, today we got Aisha, so we might have to commandeer you for the September Messy Monday.
Okay, easy call.
Yeah, all the dating rules of dating life, or whatever your relationship scenario, your situationship scenario. I like to be nosy, and we are dedicated to spending some time on our interpersonal growth and relationships. So the third Monday of the month is Messy Monday. The fourth Monday of the month, we follow it up with Black Marriage Monday, so we can, get to goals. And, of course, it's called Black Marriage Monday because this is KBLA, but everybody's invited in. I find a lot of the time the methodology and madness of relationships crosses color lines. In other words, same humans, similar problems, or similar opportunities. Right now, though, it's me, you, and this microphone, your telephone, the chat room, which is really the comments on YouTube, is always fun and always lively, and it's on right now. You just have to go to youtube.com and then go to KBLA 1580, and you will find the KBLA delegation there talking about things. How was your weekend? You can share 800-920-1580. Mine was cool. How was yours, Miles?
It was I had a real busy weekend. Was in Vegas, had a lot of meetings, a lot of content got done, shows coming up, rehearsals. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah. I think I had a lot of content too. Just working, editing, filming, cutting. But I finally got to have my marathon burger.
Yes. How was it?
Delicious.
Let's go.
It was really good.
Went to the Melrose spot, right?
We went to the Melrose. I didn't even know there was one, like, sort of Westmont, Inglewood area.
I don't think it's open, though.
Oh, it's not open yet?
I don't believe so. I don't think it is. I think it's just right now the Melrose and the Venice one.
Venice one. Okay. They had it listed as open on Google, but they could be lying. So we just went to Melrose and talked to the people about Nip on his birthday. That was nice. People were really celebrating it.
Yeah, all weekend.
Yeah, that's wild to me. I mean, I think it's dope, but it's just a testament to his lasting impact. I don't see people celebrating every artist's birthday like that.
And you said you say to Nips, what's what I'm looking for? A testament to Nip's impact, but also a testament to the marathon team and their branding and their keeping that spirit and that life alive.
That's true. That is true. And also keeping the entrepreneurial foundation, because clearly those folks working at the marathon on Melrose are from our community.
Right.
It didn't seem like they went and said, let me find some people in West Hollywood, Melrose area that I can hire. This was definitely community working on Melrose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the reason I think Nip is such a legend, is because of him giving people jobs and opportunities and the entrepreneurial inspiration to do more.
So between the metro stations being nipped up, man, come on,
the
it's been a
metro
crazy
station
weekend.
made my head explode.
The lines for that mug.
I know. Those Nipsey Hussle Metro cards sold out in like 2 seconds.
What's up? That's like a Jordan release.
Everybody's been hipping me like a what release?
Like Jordan release. Think like that's really that type of impact that this man has. 7 years past his passing.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think it's incredible. I was up at the station taking pictures because I just wanted to commemorate that. I mean, I've lived over, Crenshaw area for his whole trajectory of his career to now, and just to see from, neighborhood guy with a mixtape to they're naming metro stations after you, albeit it's for 2 weeks, but still, that's incredible.
Yeah, that should be anybody's goal if they're trying to have a lasting impact, to have something on that type of magnitude, because it's authentic. It's no fluff. It's not. It doesn't feel curated. It doesn't feel like, we know there's marketing into it, but it's not like TMZ level news articles and the bull that comes with trying to keep a name alive. Like, it's authentic. It's on the community. It's entrepreneurship. It's Crenshaw. It's real.
And obviously the estate, because the estate teamed up with Metro to make that happen. And I assume that's Black Sam, because I'm pretty sure he's one of the main decision makers and strategists for the estate. So good job on the estate. It's just crazy to me. This is LA, right? People don't get impressed by stuff. If you're not from here, if you're listening in New York or Memphis or wherever you are, people don't get impressed by stuff. I remember when Kathy Hughes bought the radio station that I was working at the time. It was The Beat back then. And they were talking about promotions. Oh, we can have this basketball person, or we can have that celebrity, and people will be lined up around the block. And I said, not really. This is LA. We're used to seeing celebrities walking around.
There's stuff going on every second of every day.
Right.
So
it's not like, ooh, look, there's, I mean, even Magic, who's a superstar, is still like, hey, there's Magic. Like, we've seen him. He's around the community. That's LA. So to get that kind of reaction here is a huge deal. Yeah, huge deal. People were lined up at the marathon, and I was there late. Okay. Yes, I ate really late, but they were still lined up all the way till closing. People were lined up at the metros that sold out quickly. I wish they would have made a few more of them, because I think now they're selling for like $2,000 for a Metro card. To whoever was hating in the comments last week about us giving away a Metro card, which was a $600 plus value anyway, just for riding trains for 90 days. But now they're reselling those things on eBay and such for $2,000.
The LA way for sure.
Yeah, everybody got to eat. I get it. No, lots to talk about. 800-920-1580. I was tracking, the news. And the 12 kinds of crazy coming out of Washington. I love the way the California lawmakers are squatting up behind Gavin Newsom. And this what does he call it? He calls it the, I can't remember, but basically the resistance to the cheating gerrymandering of Donald Trump bill. And I saw black lawmakers and pretty much all the Dems saying, yeah, we're going to do this, and yeah, we need to do this because we're not just going to let this dude cheat and take over the election like, without any resistance. And I feel like San Francisco, like the West Coast, the entire West Coast, but especially California, South and North, are showing up and hitting back. Somebody's got to do it. Dems can't sit up here like a bunch of little things that I can't say on the radio. We got to move something, And it might not be perfect, but we have to do something. And if that something is we cancel out the 5 seats you're grabbing in Texas, I'll take it. 800-920-1580. 800-920-1580. We do have a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
Right now. You're invited, and like I always say, 800-920-1580. Comment on the chat or hit us up on social media. KBLA 1580 on every single platform, and I'm there at DiPrima Radio, DIPRIMA, and then radio. Yeah, you're right. Paul Lee is in the comments saying that redistricting has to be approved by voters, and that is true. I just think it's smart that we're making the move, and I do believe voters will approve it, but we'll see, because our statewide votes have been pretty problematic lately, this past election cycle. But also, it's smart the way they have it set up as a trigger law, where it only kicks in if one of these Republican states moves forward with there's a bunch of them right now that are considering similar measures. I got to ask you just one thing about NIP. E.C. Courtney says they were lined up early to get a card in Compton, and it also sold out quickly. Were you like, when did you start tracking Nipsey? When did you become a Nipsey Hussle fan? Because he's one of your favorites, right?
Oh, for sure, definitely. Yeah. I say right before, I really got on to right before the Crenshaw mixtape.
Okay.
I had heard about him beforehand. I had actually went to an early show of his, not necessarily knowing who he was. I got introduced to him in Vegas on his early mixtape run of the marathon tapes. But I really got onto him myself, like right before the Crenshaw tape dropped.
Yeah, because I was surprised when he passed how many people that I knew, particularly famous people, had no idea who Nipsey Hussle was. Like, they had never heard of him at all. I know that was his first, major release.
Relap, yeah.
Yeah. And because I talked to a couple of people I know. I don't hang around with a lot of celebs, but I know some. And I was like, oh, man, I can't believe Nipsey's gone. And they were like, who's that?
Yeah.
They were saying, who that? Within a week or so, everybody knew. The whole world knew. That year when we went to Africa, we saw Nipsey Hussle T-shirts and things. And I think the way, because of his contribution to the community and because of the community's reaction, the people that stay over here or the people like you who were tracking him before Victory Lap, the world kind of paid attention. Wait, why are these people why is there a whole funeral procession? I mean, and that thing went all over LA. It wasn't just in the hood. It was everywhere.
Yeah, and it was streamed worldwide, though. What kind of funeral procession is streamed worldwide? It'd be a helicopter.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't think any of our former governors or mayors or anything like that get that treatment. I mean, and hundreds of thousands of people came out in the streets. And I think that is what made the world take notice. And then I had friends calling me, oh, yeah, I'm listening to this music. Yeah, I can see why you were sad. It was just a weird phenomenon. It's like he became way bigger after he passed.
I think that's realized potential.
Yeah.
It's realized potential because, I mean, it clearly he had that impact before he passed, though. Clearly he had that impact.
Right, because it doesn't pop out of nowhere.
That didn't come out of nowhere. That can't come out of nowhere. It has to be organic and already there, and that love already being there. You know what I mean? I think
But what I'm saying is it started here in Crenshaw. It started in his community. And when everyone went the heck off that he was murdered, I should say, then the world started paying attention. But of course, back to my point, in LA, you can be a so-called celebrity, walk by and people yawn. Yeah. So the fact that folks were coming out in Silver Lake and other random communities and lining the streets, for LA, that's huge.
I think as well, though, too, there is a little fanfare factor as well. People want to be involved. People want to see what it was all about. Yeah, people want to go down and take the pictures if they can and get the shirt and have the story to tell. So that's a lot of it, too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're in the social media age and people have FOMO. They want to be part of something. But I think if the heart of the community doesn't react the way we did, none of that happens.
For sure, 100%.
The heart of the community was like, what? And everybody said, wait, what's going on? And I love that because for me, it's the community, the people that he really served and loved, showing that love back, and the world responding.
I also think that, too, it's a conscious, concerted effort as well from a lot of different parts of the community to keep it peaceful, to make it to where it's uplifting and it's not.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I've never, ever seen the LAPD stand down like that before or since. Never.
LAPD, the rival gangs keeping it cool, the nation keeping it solid.
And shout out to Reza, because Reza was really in charge of security that day. The nation did an incredible job, the Nation of Islam. You know, I was out there on Slauson and probably the most intense part of the celebration. And people were peaceful, but people were turned up.
Oh, yeah.
And the LAPD was standing there with their hands folded. I couldn't believe it. It was like, this is how y'all are supposed to act. Normally, they would have been jacking up all those people.
Been a bad day though.
Yelling, escalating, starting stuff because they like to start stuff. They're stuff starters.
Yeah.
They're not de-escalators, at least not yet. Yeah. Shout out to Riza Islam. He did an amazing job. It was insane, but it was all love.
It was well, like the timing, of course, was a big factor. You can't control that, but it was well put together, organized. From the funeral to the procession afterwards, like it was a beautiful event.
Yeah. I didn't go to the funeral. I don't. It was so much hype. It was like, I'll just pray for him at home. It was so much hype. First of all, for most of my life, I've mostly tried to avoid funerals, and I said I would try to get out of my own if I could, just because it's just, the energy is a lot to me. But then I realized you do it for the living. You do it, you honor the dead. You can do that at home. You could say a prayer. You could, get some flowers. You could tribute but it's really the living that need you to show up and show that you care. And he didn't need that because everybody and their mama, all the celebs were there. So I said, I'm gonna watch it on TV.
All right, but then like you said too, you were blessed because you got to be on the block and actually feel the energy as well. So you're actually part of the community.
That was my procession. I went to Slauson.
Yeah.
And showed love and did a tribute on the radio and such. So yeah, I was wondering that because even though you're not from LA, I know that Nipsey is one of your favorites.
Yeah, long live Nip.
Yep, long live Nip. Alrighty, so yeah, Paul, you're right. We'll see what voters do. If I have anything to say about it, the voters didn't listen to me at all this last election. Y'all didn't listen to me at all. I said no on 36. Well, I shouldn't say that because my community, like here where we're broadcasting from, Leimert Park, Crenshaw, we rejected Prop 36. We rejected Nathan Hochman. We actually made good decisions. If it would have been just this community voting, Kamala Harris would be president. We would have defeated 36. And George Gascon would be the DA. But that's not what happened. As you know, California is a bipolar state, meaning that we have some very conservative parts and some very progressive parts in the same state. It's the coastal cities. It's LA and San Francisco that are more progressive, where you have a big concentration of black people and Latino people and Asian people and progressive white folks. When you get into the interior of the country, the country too, but also the state, you get to your Fresnos, your Kern counties, and that's where you're going to find a much, much more conservative California. And that's part of the problem. You don't even have to go that far. You can just go to Orange County. So, but if I have any influence, we're gonna support this redistricting. Not because I don't want a commission. I think it's important. We should have an independent redistricting commission. We need to get there. But the good thing about this bill, aside from fighting the Republican power grab, it also has a sunset. So it's not permanent. We'll go back to our redistricting independent commissions that we worked so hard for. We'll go back to that. And it won't even go into effect if these folks back down. But I don't expect them to back down because they know that they are, they're in the minority. Their ideas are not popular, so they have to cheat their way, trick people, trick their way into victories. And whatever else they did this past election, which I guess history will tell when we finally get the real news about what happened, what Elon did, and why he was so helpful. So very helpful, to Trump, to where Trump got to the point where he was telling his fans, we don't need votes. We got all the votes we need. You'll never have to vote again. We got this. All good. Well, we might not be able to track that or prove it or counteract it. Too late because no one meaningfully challenged the results of the 2024 election, but we don't have to let them play in our face and do it right now in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, because I've been on this thing, and you guys know I have, about these animals. Y'all think you're in the city, but this ain't the city. And speaking of Kern County, that is kind of the country. Do you guys see the bear broke into these people's house? They weren't there. He just took stuff and left. He spent an hour inside their house, took a few things, snacks, and then he left. He ate the dog food. He went into the refrigerator and the freezer. And then over here in Laverne, a mountain lion walked into some people's house. Just walked through the front door. Y'all, this is not the city. I'm sorry. In the city, mountain lions and bears and coyotes don't just invade your space. 800-920-1580. Y'all be careful now. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 3 people are dead and 9 injured after a gang-related shooting at Brooklyn's Taste of the City Lounge. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams said the violence can have a strong impact on the city.
Gun violence of this magnitude, it really scars a community and a city.
NYPD says up to 4 gunmen opened fire during a dispute. No arrests have been made, and other victims are at area hospitals with injuries that appear to be non-life-threatening. A black woman in California died during a prison visit with her husband, a convicted killer. Stephanie Diane Dowles was strangled at Mule Creek State Prison. Her husband, David Brinson, now faces a murder charge. And Sean Kingston has been sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison for wire fraud. Prosecutors say he and his mother used fake wire transfers to steal over $1 million in luxury goods. His mother got 5 years. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This season, San Diego is playing at home, and you are on the roster. Don't miss the Padres, Wave FC, San Diego FC, and the Blue Angels at the Miramar Air Show. Plan your trip now at sandiego.org/awesome all year. Funded in part with City of San Diego Tourism Marketing District Assessment Funds.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
We found out something about the Dodgers over the weekend. They are still a pretty good team. The Dodgers beat San Diego 5-4 Sunday to sweep the 3-game series at Dodger Stadium and build a 2-game lead over San Diego in the NL West Division. The Padres came to town Friday night with a 1-game lead over the Dodgers. Before this soul-searching series for the Dodgers, they had lost 4 straight and were 12-21 since July 3rd. The Angels scored 6 runs in the top of the 10th to beat the Oakland A's 11-5. Angels right fielder Joe Adele had 4 RBIs, including a 3-run homer. Congratulations to the Delaware State women's soccer team. The HBCU team beat Alabama A&M Sunday 1-0 for their first win in almost 3 years. Delaware State had played 35 consecutive matches without a win. Their last win was a 4-2 victory at South Carolina State on October 23, 2022. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
No warrant, no key. Privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside. Don't say a thing. Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
Become a U.S. citizen with the help of the Los Angeles Public Library. Get free and confidential information on immigration and citizenship. Visit lapl.org/NAI to find your nearest library or call us at 213-228-7390. That's lapl.org/NAI or 213-228-7390 and start your path to becoming a U.S. citizen with the help of the Los Angeles Public Library. Call 213-228-7390 or visit lapl.org/NAI.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell.
Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
1455 Frazee, San Diego. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
And by the way, it's not just happening in Laverne and in Kern County. I was actually at a girlfriend's house a couple months ago, and she lives in Crenshaw District. We were sitting in the house. We look out the window. She's got sliding glass doors to go out to her yard, and there is a coyote just kicking it in the yard. That's crazy to me. I'm not saying we need to kill them or anything. And then I saw something on the news this weekend on ABC7 where they're talking about an invasion of cats in Inglewood. There's this neighborhood in Inglewood which is overrun by feral cats. What do you do about that? And apparently one of the things that's happening is that there's so many cats that they're attracting the coyotes, because the coyotes are eating those cats. So now these people have to deal with an invasion of cats and coyotes. I don't know what you do about that, but something needs to be done. I'm not trying to live with 50 cats on my front lawn. That's not what we're doing. Just like when I first moved to the Crenshaw district many years ago, we used to have stray dogs everywhere. We had like an invasion of stray dogs everywhere. And we could be getting back to that because we're seeing the shelters now getting another influx of pets because people can't afford, the veterinary bills or even the food. Pet food is expensive. And more people are struggling because prices are up. So the shelters are finding more and more people returning their pets. And at a certain point, they hit capacity. Then what? I guess that's when all the cats go to the lawns in Inglewood. Yeah. So this whole Lububu thing, they're these little animal thingies or like stuffed animal thing. I guess they're dolls. They're super trendy. Megan Thee Stallion was showing off that she got some Lububus from Clay Thompson, her boo. Apparently, they're also expensive. I'm not up on this trend at all. But the police in Chino said they got $30,000 worth of Lububu dolls that someone stole and had taken to their home. And it's only 14 boxes. So to me, that means the suckers are expensive. 14 boxes of Lububus, apparently worth 30 grand. It's not that much stuff. I'm looking at the boxes. That's $30,000 worth of Lububus. I'm glad I'm not on that trend. I don't need another expensive hobby.
Oh, they're $45 a pop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, them Lububus ain't cheap. I guess I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Chia Pets, Beanie Babies, Cabbage Patch dolls. Is it that kind of thing?
That's what I thought it was too. But $45 a pop. That's crazy. That's up there.
I mean, why? I mean, it's a toy. Is it part of like the furry craze, the sort of not mainstream sexual lifestyle trend of dressing up as an animal? Is it part of that?
I think there is like a little sexual innuendo attached to them, though.
Yeah, maybe because the Labubu, because the the furries trend is a real thing. I mean, you see people dressed up as, they're really not dressed up as realistic animals. They're dressed up as stuffed animals.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody got their kink. I'm not mad at you if it makes you happy, and you're not hurting nobody. I don't really judge you.
We dressing up and going around in character all day. I get it. Okay.
I see people like that. And I know that some of the backpack adornments, like the little charms that you can hang on your purse or your backpack or your suitcase, are indicators of various kinks.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm not up on it. I know just enough to know that. Like, I don't know which animal means what or anything like that.
I've seen people drive around. You see them on like their dashboard or in like their mirror and stuff now. So
yeah, well, there. Yeah, oh, I see right here on Shein. On Shein, it's $56. What? That's crazy. And apparently there are counterfeit Lububus.
Yeah, man. Anybody can be a millionaire these days, guys. You're watching it now. Make a toy.
I mean, the thing that made me pause was when I saw that just 14 boxes was 30 grand.
Yeah.
It's a character created by Hong Kong-born artist Casing Lung. So it's Beijing, out of Beijing, not mainland China. But who cares? I don't know. I feel so out of the loop. I didn't see it coming.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it had to be a big TikTok thing. You know what I mean? Big influencer. Yeah. Probably what kind of sparked the hype over here, at least. So,
but they're saying that it has the kind of appeal like a luxury brand more than a toy, like Chanel or Yves Saint Laurent, more than a toy.
Right.
Because I guess they're hard to get. And they are expensive.
Kind of like how the Funko Pops, whatever, were.
Yeah, but the Pop Funko or whatever those were. I have a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you gave me the Tupac one.
Yeah, I gave you Pac. Yes, I did.
Yeah, and I already had Easy because I was just these were people I knew. These were my friends, and now they got a doll. That's wild. Anyway, yeah, but I don't think those were those expensive like that?
Not $60 for.
Yeah, because I remember I got some for my son. I had the T'Challa, and some of the, and I don't remember paying that kind of money for them.
I mean, the thing now, it looks like I'm looking it up now too. Like they're kind of treating it like sneakers, where they're making like exclusive drops of stuff and partnering with different brands now. So they're becoming more rare. So I see the trend probably extending for. Probably the rest of the year, maybe.
Okay, I guess it's a series called Monsters. Okay, well, it's working for them. It kind of took me back when I saw people stealing the doggone things, and we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, that's good. Artist says on TikTok. Yeah, you're right. It probably is TikTok. But here's the thing, I wouldn't be mad if someone gave me a Labubu, although I would kind of wonder what it meant. Like, what are you saying? Are you telling me you're a furry? Am I supposed to know the code here? Because I don't. Well, I can call someone who does. Call my niece.
Yeah.
Ask her, what does this Lububu, this particular one, mean? What is the message that I'm getting sent here? But I wouldn't be mad if someone gave me one, but it's just like not the top priority. I'd rather have some expensive glasses or something.
Waiting
Anyway,
to see what we do as a people. Where's our little dolls at? Where's our trinkets and our
Lububu?
Yeah, where's our Lububus at?
Well, I mean, we have some, right?
What do we got?
I mean,
our black toy companies at?
Well, toy companies, brands. I'm talking about. We have some brands, but they're not necessarily toys. I think I'm thinking when it comes to black stuff, it's usually going through Mattel. Like I think they just made a new Venus Williams doll, another one.
Right.
But that's always the Kamala Barbie, which is not benefiting.
Yeah.
It's not black owned. So, yeah, that's a good point. Well, Miles, lane's wide open.
Come on now. Come on, somebody.
Yeah. Okay, so 800-920-1580 if you want to weigh in. 800-920-1580. That caught my eye. You know what else caught my eye is the fact that they're now hunting down immigrants, using drones, right? They're AI-powered drones. They're now hunting people down within cities, but also at the border and on the way to the border. These are weapons of war. And it goes to show you where we are with our immigration policy, which was supposed to be targeting criminals, and now they're using weapons of war, tools of war, I should say, to apprehend people, kids and adults. Apparently in Arizona, there's this giant shipping container with no windows, which is a surveillance command center where these drones are launched from. All these things are like supervillain headquarters type stuff. This huge shipping container apparently has 6 television screens showing data where they can track these MQ-9 Predator B drones looking for migrants or refugees. And there's more than one of these things. They're clandestine. They just look like a storage container, a shipping container. There's surveillance ones. There's ones where there's camera operators and the pilots of those drones who are controlling these drones while they go and search for migrants along the border. That's crazy. And here's the thing. If you haven't been tracking what's going on in DC, then you might think this doesn't apply to you. But it does. They're showing you how they can hunt you down. They're showing you, if you were Harriet Tubman today, what you'd be up against. It's not just dogs no mo. And back to what I always say, why do we need car chases then if we have all this going on? The Department of Homeland Security has apparently allocated 12,000 hours of MQ-9 drone flight time at that one location to hunt migrants and their kids. That's at $3,800 per hour. 12,000 hours. You think Lububus are expensive. 12,000 hours at $3,800 per hour. Even though it's apparently that's just the drone. If you pay for the pilots and all the other stuff, it's really $13,000 an hour. I'm not that great at math. 12,000 times 13,000 is a whole bunch of taxpayer money being used for war toys to track down people who are probably seeking refugee status. No matter where you are on this debate, I got to wonder if that's how you think we should be spending money when we have people sleeping on the streets. 800-920-1580. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
You have cancer. The 3 words no one wants to hear. Of the cancers that impact our community, lung cancer is the most dangerous. More people succumb to lung cancer than colon, breast, and prostate combined. Black men are 12% more likely to develop lung cancer, and cases for Black women are rising. Early detection and comprehensive treatment is the best way to beat this dreaded disease. Providence is a research leader in multi-cancer early detection, offering blood tests that identify fast-spreading cancers that don't show symptoms in early stages. The Providence Los Angeles Integrated Network Cancer Program determines best protocols for each patient, interacting with specialists who share experiences, perspectives, and new findings specific to each case. With over 1,000 board-certified physicians, including top oncologists, surgeons, radiologists, and nurse specialists, Providence delivers whole-person care that understands your culture, values, preferences, and priorities. So, if you hear the words "you have cancer," all you need is faith and providence.org/cancer.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Hey, bills happen. So when you need extra cash fast, go to billshappen.com. Have you been turned down? Are your credit cards maxed out? Do you have bad credit? Go to billshappen.com. All you need is a job and a checking account. You can find a lender and get up to $5,000 cash as early as tomorrow at billshappen.com. BillsHappen.com is the smart way to get a personal lender now. So if you need extra money for car repairs, medical bills, family emergencies, whatever you need cash for, go to BillsHappen.com and you can get the money you need as soon as the next day, up to $5,000. At BillsHappen.com, our process is safe, secure, and all online. No one to deal with in person. And Bills Happen does not charge you any fees to use our service. It's easy. When you need a lender, just remember, when bills happen, go to BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com for the cash you need now. BillsHappen.com.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do more than just talk.
You got a big mouth. Hello, Joe, you're up. Welcome.
We're unapologetically progressive, and we don't black down.
Wow, I did the math. That's $156 million for drones to track people, mostly trying to get refugee status, at one station at the border during this administration. Now, apparently because of everything that's going on and the hype around it, border crossings are way down. So these drone people are pretty bored right now, and they're just using this expensive war equipment to track down an individual mother and child or an individual person trying to get in to the U.S. It's a very expensive way to pass the time. It's a very expensive way to use up our taxpayer. $156 million for 1 year? You know what we could do with $156 million? I mean, it's a drop in the bucket of the crisis of the unhoused, but I'll take that drop. Shoot. We could put some people in housing. And that's just one little line item, right? Because when you talk about the vast amount of money that this administration has allocated for Border Patrol, Homeland Security, specifically for their immigration stunts, it's a lot of money. It's crazy money. And although you could say it's America first because at least it's our borders, but the reality is who is it benefiting is the military-industrial complex, not the regular people. I was looking at some employment numbers, or should I say unemployment numbers over the weekend, because the Trump administration is saying that by kicking all these people out, Americans are getting jobs. But if you look at the real data, actually, immigrants who are here are still more likely to have a job than non-immigrants. And we're not talking about high paid jobs here. And we're not seeing that correlation. In other words, they're making that ish up. They're using some shady, funky numbers and trying to claim victory. And I get that. They need some victories because people have not forgotten about the Epstein files. And I don't think they will. I really don't think they will. There's that. And then the Russia fail. I guess we'll talk about that over the weekend. You know, the president went to Alaska and came back even more pro-Putin than when he left. I mean, he basically came back with all of Putin's talking points. You know, and so they're having a not good news cycle. And so, what do you expect? I don't think the Russia thing helps. He's come back saying Ukraine has to give up some of their territory and never join NATO. So basically you went and Putin told you what to say. He could have just told you on the phone. He could have sent you some talking points via email because you convinced him of nothing. Now today, Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, will meet with Trump in the White House, but Trump's already told him, we're not, you're going to give up territory and you don't get to join NATO. And we're not doing an immediate ceasefire. We're going to wait until we have a permanent deal, which is what Putin's been pushing for, so he can stall indefinitely. Yeah, we're 6 months in. So this is where we are. And so I think he's going to keep making stuff up, i.e. more Americans are getting jobs, even if it isn't true. Meanwhile, the haters and hate crimers are emboldened. Okay, take a deep breath, Dominique. It's almost time for Mindful Monday. Sahara will get us together. But my deep breath was our reminder. Fearless is the way forward. We're taking a pledge of courage, right? There's LGBT center in Bell. It's called Misela. It's on Florence. And apparently it's a partnership between LGBTQ Center, Youth Center, and the Latino Equity Alliance. Apparently is being targeted by someone who's throwing bags of dog poop at the center. And now Supervisor Hahn has offered a $2,500 grant to help upgrade the security cameras there. And there is an investigation going on. They're looking for the person who did this for vandalism. To me, that's the right thing, because it's not just about the vandalism on the center. It's about the intimidation and disparagement of LGBTQ plus people. Why can't you just let people live? No one's telling you what to do with your life. Why can't you just let people live? Leave people alone. Let them live their lives. They're not harming you. In many cases, they're helping you. And I've told you, I love the troll edition of our governor. Governor Troll Newsom. He filed a request yesterday. He wants records from the Trump administration explaining why dozens of Border Patrol agents showed up outside his news conference with other Dems last week. He did a Freedom of Information request with Homeland Security. He wants all documents and records related to the Border Patrol operation in downtown Los Angeles that happened when he was at the Japanese American National Museum in Little Tokyo doing a news conference with state lawmakers about redistricting. Clearly an intimidation factor. And that's what Troll Newsom said. He said Trump's use of military and federal law enforcement to try to intimidate his political opponents is another dangerous step toward authoritarianism. Governor Troll doing his things. I love the tweets. I love the posts. Hit him back. When they go low, we hit back. We counterpunch. Love to hear your thoughts. 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DiPrima. We got news, traffic, and sports next.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 3 people are dead and 9 injured after a gang-related shooting at Brooklyn's Taste of the City Lounge. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams said the violence can have a strong impact on the city.
Gun violence of this magnitude, it really scars a community and a city.
NYPD says up to 4 gunmen opened fire during a dispute. No arrests have been made, and other victims are at area hospitals with injuries that appear to be non-life-threatening. A black woman in California died during a prison visit with her husband, a convicted killer. Stephanie Diane Dowles was strangled at Mule Creek State Prison. Her husband, David Brinson, now faces a murder charge. And Sean Kingston has been sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison for wire fraud. Prosecutors say he and his mother used fake wire transfers to steal over $1 million in luxury goods. His mother got 5 years. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This season, San Diego is playing at home, and you are on the roster. Don't miss the Padres, Wave FC, San Diego FC, and the Blue Angels at the Miramar Air Show. Plan your trip now at sandiego.org/awesome all year. Funded in part with City of San